Hey guys, this is John with CheatSheetPros.com, and today we're going to take a look at why people are not profitable when they're playing only GPPs and why you should mix cash games in to maintain your bankroll. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a surefire way to make money playing DFS. So let's go ahead and get started. So I pulled an NBA 50K 20 max $1. Well, that's a whole lot of information. So I pulled the basic 50K NBA tournament that's done nightly. It's either a 40 or 50K prize pool. And you can see over here on the screen, this is the box we're going to focus on. There are 59,400 people in this tournament. So I want you to imagine you're sitting in an NFL football stadium and everybody pulls out their phone and they're doing a DFS lineup. There's only 4 or 5 people in that stadium that are going to make any significant money. So the odds of you winning that and getting down there are very low. So when you're playing GPPs, you have to figure out how to be contrarian. Think outside the box. What can I do different that all these other people are doing? Like, who's the chalk play they're all going to put in? How do I pivot? How do I take the other guy and play out a scenario that's going to put you ahead of the field? So I want to go ahead and show you. So I went 1 to 5 and then 10, 25, 50, 100, 500. And you can see over here, this is the prize pool. So to win it, you get $2,000. That's 4% of the prize pool. And you beat out the entire field. Now at 5th place, that drops to $200. And you're getting 0.4% of the prize pool. But you beat out 99.992% of the field. So think about that for a minute. That's insane. You're getting 0.4%. So not even 1% of the prize pool, 0.4%. And you beat out not 99%, not 99.9%, 99.992%. So you beat out a lot of people and you're getting a little amount of money for what you did. So if we go down even further, let's say you get 25th place. You're getting 1/10 of 1% of the prize pool after beating out 99.95% of the people. And then it gets real bad once you get down here. So let's go to 100th place. So out of 59,400 people, you finish 100th. So you've beat out 99.8% of the field. You had a better lineup. You scored more points than them. You should feel amazing. Well, you get $15 off your $1 buy-in. And that isn't even 1/10 of 1%. That's 0.03 of 1% of the prize pool. So the main point here is GPPs are extremely top heavy. If you're not in the top 3 to 5, you're not going to get any significant money. So take your shots sparingly. Now, I want to show you here the min cash real quick is 4/1000ths of 1% and the top 25.3% min cash. We'll come back to that. So let's look at a double up. So I pulled a single entry double up, 2,758 entries. After DraftKings takes their rake off the top, it's going to pay out 43.5%. So it's a much bigger window. Now, we're going to go down here and we're going to look at some graphs. So focus on the top left graph. This is our GPP big money graph. You see the 59,400 people. Think of a football stadium. And then that sliver of 5 to 10 people that's going to make significant money, you can't even see it on a graph. It's such, so you're throwing darts trying to get in this little sliver that you can't see out of all these people. Tough to do. We know that. Now your min cash, so your same big GPP field, but the 25.3% that min cash are right here. So you can see the field, and we're throwing arrows trying to get in this GPP, but if we fall in here, we get some money back. So it's a smaller window, but there's a window there to help us out a little bit. Now, if you look at our double up, which is this graph, you have your 2758 and the top 43.5% cash. So you can see this is a big window here. So this is much easier to try to shoot and get a lineup in that window, especially if it's a single entry. And then this is what we recommend, GPP and Cash Games. So if you do $10 in GPP, do at least $10 in double ups. You can do 10 single entry double ups, you could do a 5, or you could do 5 GPPs and a $5 double up. Either way you split it up, it doesn't matter. It's whatever your risk tolerance is. Now, when you have this, so I took the double up 43.5% and I put it on the big GPP just to show you a bar graph, kind of the windows we're shooting into. So if you're playing only GPPs, to get any real money up here, you're shooting in this sliver. Hard to do. You're going to bleed your money. It's just going to keep coming down. Now, when you min cash a GPP, this is still a decent window, but if you're doing 20 lines in this 20 max tournament and you're only getting 7 of them in that tight little window, you're still bleeding money. It's still going down. Double up field, much bigger window. So what we recommend is, I like doing a 50-50 split. If you do 80-20 with 80% cash, you're going to build your bankroll. You would look like this. So this is your GPP cash field. This is your double up field. And then this is the large field. So I put them on the same scale so you could see them. So then you're not trying to hit this little sliver up here. You're just trying to get somewhere in this window between like 60 and 80% of the field. So if you run 5 lineups, 10 lineups, 20 lineups, and then you can keep them either with a core or a narrowed prize pool, which we talk about all the time, and get that cluster in that 50 to 75% range or 60 to 80, you're going to get a lot of double up cashes. You're going to get some GPP cashes, so you're not going to go broke. You're going to get a return every night. Now, you might put in $40 and get back 32 one night, get back 57 one night. It'll vary, but it will keep you afloat while you're taking your shots at your GPPs. So this is what we recommend, some type of a mix with your GPP and your cash games, double ups, triple ups, whatever you want to play. And then we're shooting for a circle here. Now I want to show you this screen. So this is kind of the mix we just talked about. And so this target is what we're hoping our cluster of lineups moves over to. So we want to get these. You're going to miss some in this GPP field and double up field, but then you're going to get some that are in the double up, so it's going to start giving you back money, which you're going to pay for your GPP entries. And then you're going to find some over here in this window, and that's your sweet spot, because that's where you're at least min cashing in the GPP tournament, plus you're cashing in your double up and or triple up, so you're getting one lineup that's paying you twice, so that helps keep your bankroll afloat while you're taking darts at these big GPPs. So instead of doing 5 lineups and shooting for this little sliver over here trying to get rich, mix it up a little bit, put in some cash games, and then just try to get a cluster over there. Now, that GPP big money is still there, so if you get deep, you're going to have a couple of shots to get there and try to win that tournament, but this is also going to help you maintain your bankroll and or build your bankroll depending on the percentage that you do. And even if you only do 20 or 30% double ups, it will at least keep you from bleeding quicker. So this is our target here. So I'm going to show you just some screenshots. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to show you clusters. So clusters, I'm talking about the little dots like on DK when they're spread out and everybody's watching them move back and forth while you're playing. So you want to avoid them when they're spread all the way across the board. You want to get them kind of grouped together. So this top left one here, you can see I'm spread way out. So this is one I just ran 20 random lineups, 50% exposure. I've got a wide deal. It's hard to make money doing that. I put in 20, I got back 23.50. I had a few that got deep enough to pay for my buy-in, so I was okay, but most of the time that's a losing battle. And then if you come down here to this one, you can see here and here is a real tight cluster. So I got lucky on these, and that cluster, I got really deep into the GPP, and then, of course, those are going to cash every single double up. So I don't know what happened to this guy. He just ran away. I don't know what happened to there. So I had a tight cluster minus this guy. So all of those got in there, and then another night I did the same thing over here, and you can see my $10 turned into 28 there. My 10 turned into 33 there. I had that cluster all the way over in the green, so that's good. Minus, this time 2 guys ran. Maybe this guy was chasing this guy. Anyways, over here you can see, here's where I did a double up for $5, and then I did 6 $1 entries. And I wanted to take this screenshot to kind of show you where that graph falls, because we looked at the bar graph above, and then you can see, so your double up money is going to be here, and then your GPP min cash is going to be here. So these 6 lineups, they did well. 6 turned into 15, and then my 5 doubled to 10, so I was profitable. But if I put all of these in a single entry GPP And so if you just run up this graph, now roughly 5 of these 6, maybe all 6, are going to make it and cash that double up. So then you're growing your bankroll and you took some shots at a GPP. So you can do 50-50, 80-20, 90-10. It doesn't really matter. 50-50 is going to hover you. 80-20, 90-10, you're going to grow your bankroll while taking little shots at GPPs. That's what I recommend. Most people want to gamble, so they're not going to do that because they want the life-changing money. I completely understand that. There's 2 types of players. There's player A, who is a buddy of mine. He doesn't want to do double ups. They're boring to him. He doesn't want to take the time. He's got the money, so he'll throw in $100, $200, $300, and he'll shoot at GPPs and just want that life-changing money. And when he bleeds it down and he loses it, okay, he takes a week or 2 off, comes back, does it again. But he doesn't complain about losing the money because he knows that is very hard to do. Now, player B, this is the other player that messages me and says, hey, I'm playing GPPs. I haven't won one. I'm playing GPPs, my bankroll keeps going down. I keep depositing money. What's going on? So this is why we say you have to play cash with your GPP. So I think of it as your GPP is like buying a lotto ticket. I'm buying a Powerball ticket at life-changing money that the odds of me winning it are 1,000th of 1%. Or your double ups, which are investing. So this is more, you're investing your money. So you can take your money and you can invest some, and then the return on your investment, use it for your lotto tickets, and then you're still getting the best of both worlds. That's what we recommend. That's what I always try to explain to people. Play your double ups. Make sure you do single entry double ups. There's some train double ups in there where you can put in 100, 125, 150 lines. Avoid those because the sharks are in there and they'll have one line they love and they'll run it in there 100 times. And if they cash, they're going to push so many people down. So look for single entry double ups. They're all over. They do fill up about an hour and a half before lock, but focus on those. Now, the final thing I want to show you is a surefire way to make money playing DFS. It is a little bit boring, but you can guarantee growing bankroll if you're a halfway smart DFS player. So everybody, when they were turning 16, 17, 18 years old, knew what roulette was. And everybody said, hey, if roulette comes on black 5 times, I'm going to bet red and then double it and bet red and bet red, bet red, bet red until it comes and I'm going to win. I'm always going to win. Well, people found out that doesn't always work. It's fun for a while, but the one time it'll bite you in the butt. So you can do something similar playing double ups on DraftKings. So I'm going to show you the math behind that. I have a buddy who does this at the $5 level, and he's got plenty of money, but he just knows the math on GPPs is not worthwhile. So at the $5 level, at the end of the month, he just cashes out what he has. And it's free money for him. So he'll take his family to the movies or go buy something with it or put it towards a TV or whatnot. So let's take a look at it. So up here, if you're going to cash this double up, 43.5% of the people are going to cash. So that's this graph right here that's coming up. Now, in tier 1, you're going to take $155. That's going to be your total buy-in. And then you're going to have 5 bullets right here. You're going to go 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. So you put in the 5. If you lose the 5, the next day you do 10. So you're doing one lineup. You're doing your optimal lineup. Or if you have an optimizer you like, 5 minutes before lock, run it, use that lineup. So you're doing 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. If you lose 5 double ups in a row, then yeah, you're broke. You're at 155. You can decide, hey, this sucks. Thank you for nothing, Haze. Or you can do it again. But each time you win, you're going to put $5 in the bank. And then you're going to go back here. So if you win, 5 goes in the bank. You win, 5 goes in the bank. You lose, you go to 10. You lose, you go to 20. When you win the 20, you get back your 10, your 5, and you put 5 more in your bank. So your bank keeps growing. Now, when you double your 155 and you get to 310, you can move over here to tier 2. And then you can do 10, 20, 40, 80, 160. So if you happen to lose that, you're still going to have your money in the bank that you grew, but now you're doing $10 a pop. So each day you win, you're winning $10, $10, $10. So you're putting that 10 in the bank. So if you hit the 10, 10 goes in the bank. You lose, you win here, you win your 40, you get your 20 back, your 10 back, 10 goes in the bank. Keep building that up. Now you can go to tier 3 if you like, or you can wait and go to tier 4, which is 620. This is usually the highest I recommend going. But here, you're getting $20 a pop just for getting in the top 43.5% every day you do it. So you're doing the 20, 40, 80, 160, 320. So you're playing with a bank of 620. Now, if you double that and you get to 1260, you have two options. You can go up a level to where you're doing $30 or $40 a pop. I don't recommend that because then it gets hard getting in the double ups, because then you're going to have to get in some of those big train ones and hope to get lucky so your odds decrease slightly. I recommend going to what I call tier 5. Now, tier 5 is the same thing. You get your $20 rolls, but instead of 5 bullets, now you have 6. So before, if you did 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, tier 4, you're done there. We take whatever money we had in the bank that we banked from winnings, and we can stop, we can start over, go back to the beginning, whatever you choose to do. But here with tier 5, you've got one more shot to get it all back and start the process all over again, and you're doing $20 a pop. So the possible outcomes here are you're going to hit 15, 20, or 25 days in a month. 25 would be a really good month. 15 is more likely. 20 is kind of the average if you're a pretty solid DFS lineup builder. So at the $5 level, you're looking at 75, 100, or 125 a month that you're just building on. At the $20 level, you're looking at $300, $400, or $500. So let's take the middle and say $400. So that's $400 a month, $4,800 a year. So that's an extra $5,000 at the end of the year you can pull out, or extra $400 a month. Heck, that's a pretty nice car payment. Or you could take it and put 100 of it to GPPs, pull 300 of it out to reset if you need to. But there's a lot of different things you can do. I personally do this right now, but I do it more with sports betting, with games that I really like. But you can do the same thing with DFS if you want to build that bankroll. If you're a low-stakes player and you want to get to that high level where you're playing $100, $150 buy-ins, do this. You could even start it at a $1 tier and do 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and do it with $60, $30, $60, and build it up, and then go to $2 and then $4 and then $5s, and just keep building it up. And I mean, for surely, if you go 5 times and you miss a double up 5 days in a row, it's possible. But if it is, either decide, hey, this sucks, it's boring, or reset and start over. But anyways, that's my spiel, guys. I appreciate you listening, and good luck.